here. So this brings us to the end of this year's symposium. We certainly hope you found it educational and that we were able to answer some of your pressing questions and present you with a picture of how far treatments and research have come recently, as well as the role that Lupus Ontario has played in advocating for and funding a range of opportunities. In the coming weeks, certain segments of today's symposium may become available for viewing at a later date via our YouTube channel. We'll post announcements as this happens so that you're aware, but be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well so that you'll receive the notifications as soon as new content is available. With that in mind, I'd like to mention just a couple of things before we go today. We're now embarking upon our annual research campaign. The campaign supports the Jeff Carr Fellowship. As we mentioned earlier, there have been more than 30 fellows to date, with more every year. This fellowship allows us to directly support the physicians and researchers tirelessly working to advance an understanding of lupus and care for those living with lupus and associated illnesses. The campaign also supports the new Lupus Ontario and Matheson Biobank, a laboratory designed to collect tissues and samples to better understand the triggers and evolution of lupus, as well as funding for our 6 lupus clinics and other initiatives. Be sure to keep an eye out for announcements for the research campaign, as well as several other events coming up that include an October 28th Kingston Frontenac's hockey game where Lupus Ontario will be. So if you're in the area, please stop by, say hello during game intermissions. If you'd like to buy tickets to attend the game, check out our social media feeds for a link. That link, if you purchase your tickets through it, will also provide Lupus Ontario with a small donation. We have an upcoming podcast conversation with Accreditation Canada talking about clinic and hospital accreditation and what it means for the patient journey. We also have an upcoming webinar on November 30th that will be exploring the use of, and I hope I pronounced this correctly, mycophenolate, which Dr. Celio spoke of during his presentation briefly, and azathioprine and its association to cognitive function. We'll post more about this webinar as time gets closer. The presentation will be given by Dr. Dobrovolsky, who also works with Dr. Tuma. The final thing I'll mention is next year's Lupus Symposium. The 2023 symposium will take place on October 21st, 2023, so save the date now. The event will be a hybrid event, bringing back in-person opportunities to gather at the Marriott Hotel in Markham. We'll also continue to offer a virtual experience for anyone who wishes to attend via virtually. Thank you again to all of our incredible presenters today. This has been absolutely fascinating, and I know everyone here truly appreciates you taking the time out of your Saturday to join us. We're very grateful that you did. To everyone attending the symposium today, our heartfelt thanks goes out to you for joining us and engaging with our guests. I certainly look forward to seeing as many of you as possible in person next year. Thank you so much to the Awareness and Education Committee. Without the team of volunteers, today's event would not have happened. A special thank you in particular to Anne, Kadra, and Lisa, who worked tirelessly over the last several weeks, as well as today behind the scenes. That does it for us today. From all of us at Lupus Ontario, thank you very much again, everyone, for joining us today. Have an absolutely wonderful weekend.